Hi, I'm Mark Wayner, and this is Results Coaching School of Real Estate's Real Estate Exam Prep Program. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Pearson VUE Candidate Handbook. Now, this is the handbook you receive either in your new agent packet, by U.S. mail, or from a download direct from the Real Estate Commission. It's titled the Nebraska Real Estate Commission License Examinations Candidate Handbook. It's published by Pearson VUE. Pearson VUE is the exam administrator for the Nebraska Real Estate Commission. Now, there's a few key points. This candidate handbook is the roadmap for the entire examination process. Take a look at it, study it, review each section for understanding. If you've got any questions whatsoever going through this, call the Real Estate Commission first. If you still need clarity, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'll be glad to help. Now, security procedures, something I want to point out that's in the handbook. Do not take your cell phone or any electronic devices whatsoever into the exam center. Please, iPads, computers, Apple Watches, step counters, anything electronic that could beep, vibrate, flash, anything like that. If that happens during the exam, if they hear a beep, hey, you got mail, or you hit your 10,000th step, whatever the case might be, your screen shuts off. You forfeit your exam fee and you fail the exam. Do not take any electronic devices whatsoever into the exam center, please. And they'll give you a piece of paper and a pencil to take some advanced notes before it starts and help with the math questions. We'll teach and show you exactly how to use that in our program here. Now, there's exam content outlines for both the salesperson and the broker. It breaks out how many questions are in the state, how many questions are on the national, and gives you the time estimates for both. Take a look at those for understanding, and again, that's all outlined and explained in our program here. Now, pre-test questions. Put this at the top of the mountain. You really need to understand what a pre-test question is. I'm going to read you exactly what's in the handbook, and I'll explain it. It's a small number of pre-test questions, 5 to 10, may be administered to the candidates during the examination. These questions will not be scored, and the time taken to answer them will not count against the testing time. The administration of such unscored pre-test questions is the essential step in developing future license exams. Here's what that means. There's going to be 15 to 20 questions on the exam. You're going to take anywhere from 145 to 150 questions on the test, and they're going to measure just 130 of them. But those 15 to 20 are pre-test questions. There is no correct answer to the pre-test questions. Please know that. They put them there for, it's called psychometrics, the science of test taking. You'll hear me say that time and again in our program. They're creating test questions, and they want to understand what the learned student would answer in these 15, 20 questions if there's no correct answer. I couldn't answer them. There's no correct answer to the questions. Please know that. They're going to figure out what would the learned student say most often. Would you pick the longest answer? Would you pick the shortest answer most often? Would you pick C most often? Would you pick an alliteration like Simple Simon Says? Would you pick maybe something poetic like iambic pentameter reads da 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 da? You know, don't know. Would you pick C if it's the longest answer most often? These are the psychometrics they use to create future exam questions. There is no correct answer, and they sprinkle these through the first 15, 20 questions of the test, and then a little bit in the middle, and then quite a few at the end. And what happens if you're not aware of this pre-test question, you lose all confidence. Oh my gosh, I'm not prepared. I see a question, there's no correct answer to it. And then when you see 2 or 3 of those in a row, man, you just lose it during the test. Please know that. These pre-test questions are not measured and not scored and not counted against time. I couldn't answer them. So again, understand the pre-test question philosophy and don't let that get under your skin or in your head while you're taking the exam. Now, there's content outlines. The last few pages of the handbook are literally the content outline, the number of questions, the topics for both the salesperson and broker exams. The national exam has 80 questions. You'll see each area of the Pearson VUE national exam broken out, and it matches our content in our exam prep coaching materials, line item for the national exam materials. Same way with the state. The salesperson and brokers for the state are both there in exact outlines. How many questions they're going to ask, the topics they're going to ask. You can study this back part of the handbook by going through it step by step and making sure you got a complete understanding of every item in this outline. check it off, follow it. You can cross-reference it with our materials. That's how I created the exam prep program. I took exactly what's on the test and created an outline for it in my program and wrote test questions specifically to those outlined items. This candidate handbook is a resource. Keep it and use it. So let's move on to the next video.